2008, government awarded a contract worth over 800,000 cedis to rehabilitate an irrigation dam at Nakore in the Upper West region. The same year, 75,000 cedis was disbursed for the rehabilitation of an irrigation dam at Duri in the Upper West region. A project status implementation report from the Ghana Irrigation Development Authority dated February 13, 2019 indicated the 2 dams have been completed. But JoyNews' Kwetinache, who's been tracking oil-funded projects across the country, reports that the Nakore and Duri dams are yet to be completed. It's one of the highlights of our latest JoyNews Hotline documentary, Leaking Oil, was broadcasting later today.
Nakore is not the only community where government allocated oil funds to help farmers. In 2008, 75,000 cedis was disbursed for the rehabilitation of irrigation dam at Duri in the Upper West region. 11 years on, it's only a concrete wall that was constructed by the contractor JK Royal Friends Ghana Limited. Though oil monies have been budgeted for it, all I see here at Duri is a dam swamped by overgrown weeds. Solomon Maswaza is assembly member of the Nasairi electoral area. He is unhappy with how it's affecting farmers in Duri.
The dam project was allocated actually. We heard of the project, but we don't know the source of the funds. And then we don't even know the contractor who is at the site. So the district assembly, anytime they allocate a project to a community, we complain. It is always possible we should know the source of the funds and where the contractor comes from.
No, see this thing.
Has this project been done?
No, please. The project is not done. It is just this blocks you can see here. That's the bridge you can see here. That's the only work that I have done.
How is the absence of an effective dam affecting, life here?
Yes, actually, it is actually affecting our farmers. Our farmers here, sometimes it is good for our people to have garden at the dam here. But because of this project, we can't make any garden here.
The contractor who was awarded the rehabilitation of Nakore Dam has agreed to meet me. I head to Tichima in the Bonoafo region. I meet Adam Wala, a tall, frail-looking old man. He claims he couldn't complete the project because he did not receive all the funds he needed for the job before the contract was abrogated.
Na we be sending into scanning na mawya, but contract na cancel.
When mo koye minti me no ho minim no ho asam ne panson se min je adwuma no mangania Gania we friend of wadia why friend of wadia was he main judgment no see how see me fight one man no see me yan and tam no see juma dia I see I show no wadia na ye nya wadia na ye miana me ya juma no miana me ya juma na badrusi se kakra dia rubo de mama na ma wie juma no mfa mama o see won fa mama nti ya kanse me o see me judgment no ma jai ya chura karata against adwuma no se menja adwuma no miso obia nsimfo contractor bia ne ho ba si nsuo ho me si contractor bi so a nsuo ni cheno because me na me sha se adwuma na badrisi se bia nko ho na how se mutimba ma ogania na me no ho me bo ha me wui nti ya shishimi no ya boa ya mfa sika bia mama ka juka de ne mama no na me de adwuma no
kano yetue bi ma wodie
ya tue bi osika de yetue mam no onna bi de adwuma no atuka ne nyina ntue ka sika ne nyina atue nka adwuma ne ba wie kura
na we bi so mo nienti a yentue a wode aka no
Adino ko bisa ya ko ya karata again so say ya ejuma no obi no msana ko bisa say diante.
Documents cited by JoyNews from the National Investment Bank and dated January 12 indicates that Adam Wala Enterprise Limited's contract was terminated because the contractor performed below expectation. This runs contrary to the Irrigation Development Authority's claim that the 800,000 cedi project has been completed. The NIB report also tasks the Irrigation Development Authority to come up with an estimate of the additional funds necessary for completion of a project and for the National Investment Bank to make the funds available.
Later this evening at 8:30 p.m., make a date with us for leaking oil. But MP4 WA Central, Rashid Pelpo, joins us on the line. The two areas, Nakori and Duri, are within his constituency. Good morning, sir. Thanks for your time. I want to believe you're concerned, just for the sake of your constituents who benefit from these dams. Hello, Mr. Pelpo.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for joining the program.
Thank you so much.
I want to believe you are aware of the stories we've just aired with regards to the Nakori and the Duri dams, and you must be concerned. What do you know about these two dams?
Well, especially the Nakori Dam, I'm really very concerned about it. Long before this time, Adam Awala was awarded a project. He had been given some monies earlier on to finish the project up to a certain point and do a fresh certificate so he could get more money to finalize the project. And then he apparently didn't appropriate the money well, and so when he went back for more money, he was told he should do the project up to a certain point before he could be given any more advances. And he had a problem with that. And so he resorted to the bank, and the bank also didn't trust him. So he came to me and asked me to intervene on his behalf. I did. And the bank said, well, they still cannot trust him or could not trust him, so they needed somebody who was credible. And they would then hand over the money to that person, the loan to that person, so that the person would do the project. Then they would do the certificate, and the bank would be sure that when the certificate was ready and paid, it would come into the account for them to be able to recoup their investment. Unfortunately, Adam Wala didn't agree with this arrangement, even though I contacted a very well-known and credible contractor, Peter Ganem, who was willing to do the project and hand over the project and every proceeds back to Adam Wala. He insisted that if that happened, he wouldn't be happy. So he initially agreed, but when we were discussing it to the point when money was to be released, he said no. And then, so that was the point I also washed my hands. Because I'm concerned because the project is in my constituency. The people keep giving me pressure about the failure of the project to reach the point when they could utilize it. And I'm sure it is as a result of that, these monies were released for further work on it.
So, Mr. Pelpo, would you agree if one claims that a lot of oil money or revenue has gone to waste just working on these two dams, because we started projects and we haven't completed them for years, and we are likely to maybe, retrogress in the construction process when we go back to those sites?
Yeah, every single time a project is estimated, budgeted for, and allocated to somebody, and the person doesn't finish it within record time, several things happened. One, that the appreciation, the depreciation of the cedi would have affected the contract sum. The price of materials would have affected the contract sum. Time lapse is a very important aspect in construction work. And so it's going to waste much more money, and it's a thing of concern. And again, it underlies the weakness of the Ghanaian contractor. I'm not saying all of them, the typical Ghanaian contractor who would waste time and waste money in using the money to buy a vehicle or to do something else when they should be concentrating on the job given them.
Have you made, sorry, but have you made any efforts to get the work on the dam, started or work on the dam completed? Because you've spoken to us about the contractor Adam Awala, but from his point, what next? It's been so many years.
Yeah, it's the effort I tried to make. When the dam was picking up and he started working up to a point, I visited the place and I saw that it was a very strategic dam and the people needed it so badly because the rare animals, they will use part of it to irrigate, to do crop farming, and etc., etc. So I thought that it was a very important project and neighboring villages would also benefit. So I started giving pressure on the contractor to finish it, and he told me his problem, and that they were not willing to honor his certificate, and the banks were not happy to give the loan.
I understand all that. I'm asking, after the contract was abrogated, trying to get the dam itself fixed, have you made any efforts like that to make sure the work is done, whether it was given back to Adama or another contractor? You say you are very concerned about the dam, especially in Nakori.
Yeah, but the effort was for us to make sure that the contractor was changed, or you couldn't do anything. It's a legal issue. If there's a contract between a contractor and an agency, and the contractor is still the one that is working on the project, there's no proper process of abrogating the contract. No effort of yours can help the process. So I was advocating for the contractor to be changed if there was a need.
So do you know the status now, the status of these dams?
At one point, they told me they were going to change the contractor and give it to another person. And I've been following up. I haven't yet got a signal to that effect. Here, when I went, they told me the contractor was swearing heaven and earth and that he would take them to their fetish so that if they change him, he was going to bring hell there to them. And I told them, look, stop all these stupid things, sorry to use that word, and then, go ahead and do the right thing. As somebody swearing by fetish should not stop you from abrogating a contract which is not being pursued and which is failing, and people need it. Money is going to waste, and we need to get the contractor on site, and we need to get a job done. So I don't know the status now. I'm fed up with the challenge of trying to get the thing well done. But I'm very confident that if a better contractor is put on site, the job will be done. And I'm very concerned that there's talk about money going waste when we're doing something that is useful for everybody.
Thank you very much for your time this morning. Rashid Pelpo is MP for Wa Central, and we brought you a story or an excerpt from our latest Hotline documentary, Leaking Oil. Do expect it later tonight at 8:30 p.m. here on the JoyNews channel.